Hi everyone, I have kind of a new stuff plus favorites type video to share with you today. I have just a couple weeks before baby number 3 is due. I should probably be doing baby related stuff right now, but I thought I'd make some videos instead. So some of this is relatively new, some of it's stuff that I've used for a little while, but just all things that I've been really enjoying lately and I thought I'd share with you. So the first thing I want to mention is what is on my lips right now. This is a new color to me. I just picked it up today at Target, but I really have been enjoying this formula. And it's the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. And this one is in Fighter, which is this kind of like orangey brownie, totally feeling these kind of colors lately. So this one and what's the other one called? Amazonian. They were part of the more recent expansion of this line. And I find that these colors actually work a little bit better for me than the other colors. But they are amazing with staying power. So one thing I have determined is I really need to have clean, dry lips before I apply these. Like literally I clean them. So I use like a micellar water. The Garnier one even says it's for lips. So I just do a swipe of that to make sure I don't have any balm or lipstick or lip gloss or anything like lingering on my face. If I don't do that, sometimes they can wear off in slightly strange ways. And the problem with these, since they are so bulletproof, is that it's really hard to fix it when you have it wearing off in a funny way. So when I prep my lips appropriately, these can last through 2 to 3 meals. And literally last a good 12 hours through snacks, through drinking, through sometimes a whole day of meals. It's crazy. And they are weirdly comfortable to wear. We've talked about putting like a sign on because it's our bedroom that we're in here, putting some sort of like sign or a light recording. You definitely feel there is something on your lips, but it's not dry feeling and it's not powdery like some of the like no transfer lips, like ColourPop's Ultra Matte lips, you know, those feel like kind of powdery. And like if you lick your lips, it's like, ooh, that's a really strange sensation. And these do stay a little bit tacky for longer than I think most people would like. And once I just accepted the fact that they're going to feel a little tacky at the beginning, it doesn't bother me anymore. And the tackiness does kind of go away as you wear them. And you can feel them, like I said, you can feel them on your lips, but it's not drying feeling and it's not uncomfortable feeling. And considering the fact that I have very dry, flaky lips, that's kind of amazing. So definitely recommend these, especially in the like mid-tone shades of the newer released colors. I also have number 10 in Lover. The other thing is you have to make sure to like get a good thick coat on. I've found the times when I like press my lips together and then just kind of, because I'll do my bottom lip first and then I'll press my lips together and then kind of do what's left on the top lip. When I do that, sometimes it will look a little patchy and also is more likely to wear off in a funny way. So that's something to note. I find it's best to fully do one lip, then dip in again and then do the next lip. That way I really get the like right amount of thickness on, and that seems to have the best wear. That was a really long explanation for a lip product, but those are so different and like I feel like special, they need some extra explanation. Another formula of a liquid lip that I've been liking that's also new to me is the NYX Liquid Suede lipsticks. So I got this one in Soft Spoken and this one is Sandstorm. And these are not nearly as long wearing, they're not transfer proof, but they're comfortable. They're very comfortable. I feel like it's a flattering finish. These colors I also enjoy. They're really kind of in that color family that I'm loving lately. Definitely recommend these. At Target, there's a cartwheel for 20% off all NYX lip products. So in case you're looking to buy some at Target, you can get them for 20% off right now. Let's see, what else? I'm still really enjoying this Ulta Nude Matte eyeshadow primer. It's not full coverage like a paint pot would be, but it still kind of evens things out. You know, I have a lot of freckles in addition to veins and some discoloration on my eyelids, so I need something to just make that a little bit more of an even canvas. And the other pro to this for me is that if I use a paint pot, if I use just plain like Urban Decay Primer Potion or Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, those two have been creasing on me. All those just like regular primers have been creasing on me lately, but this one I can get a little bit of color coverage, plus it doesn't crease without having to use a different primer with it. Big fan. And this is just a little deluxe sample I got with a gift with purchase. Setting spray, I'm still really enjoying this Faced HangoveRx 3-in-1 replenishing primer and setting spray. So my skin is still dry, still pregnant. You know, alcohol free is very important for me. Fragrance free, is this fragrance free? I think so. I think the smell from it is just the coconut derivatives in it. Whatever. Paula's Choice ranked this well. They don't rank things that have like irritants in them well, so I've enjoyed this. I'm not sure how much it would do for like staying power, but I feel like it does. It makes my highlight do what I like my highlight to do. It's a pleasant mist and it smells okay. So right now that's a winner in my book. A highlight that I haven't stopped wearing since I've gotten it is the J.Cat Luxe Pro Powder Pearl Luminizer. It's what I have on for my highlight today. On my cheeks here, on my nose, though I have a cold, so I've been blowing my nose a lot, so there's probably not a ton of anything left on my face. It is a pain to use because it's a little thing, so what I have a tendency to do is shake some into the cap, but then you don't have anywhere, like if you don't use all of what's in that cap, where's it gonna go? So it's just a white highlight, but I'm not sure if it's just the nature of it being a loose powder, but I feel like it sits on my skin so nicely and it just diffuses. I'm so much less likely to have like a stripe right here. And this is a place where I have a lot of, not really deep fine lines, but I do have a lot of lines and you don't notice them until basically you put something really matte on that or highlights. So I have a harder time getting a highlight to sit nicely on those lines. So I don't know if you'll be able to see here, but it gives a very kind of nice sheen, and I could probably actually put a little bit more on. Why not? Because I feel like it's almost like mistake proof highlight, because you put it on at first and it's like, oh, that seems like a lot. Like I really loaded up my brush, but then you can just like blend it out. It's not like it just kind of grabs on and sticks. It's more like a setting powder and just kind of diffuses. I don't know, man. I really, really like it. Go ahead and put some more on my other cheek just so that I'm equally shiny. So it doesn't have a ton of color to it. It's just kind of like a pearl. But I don't know that it would work very well on darker skin tones, just because I do feel like it has enough of like a white color to it that it probably would look a little gray or ashy. But if you have a lighter skin tone, maybe, you know, gosh, I don't know. I don't know if this would even work really all that well on medium skin tones, but if you have a fair to light skin tone, I think it is beautiful. So shiny. And then, yeah, if you feel like you got too much, you just kind of dust it away and you're good to go. So I've been loving that. It's really cheap. You get a ton because it's like a setting powder sized thing. And the other thing that somebody mentioned, was it Taylor on the Taylor? I'm not sure. That you could like mix it in with your setting powder potentially. Oh, my cheeks are so shiny right now. And just give yourself like a glowy setting powder, which I think is an awesome idea. I have gone back and forth on buying something like the CoverFX illuminating setting powder for that purpose. Now I'm thinking maybe I could just mix it in with a setting powder and see what happens. Give my whole face just like a very light sheen. It's very exciting. I'm still really enjoying the NYX Faux Blacks eyeliners. I picked up a couple new colors. This one is in, what color is this? Blackberry, so it's kind of a purpley shade, kind of a deep purple plum. And I also got burnt sienna, which is a little bit more red burgundy than I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to be like a warm brown. So there's burnt sienna and there's blackberry. And they just, I have blackberry in my tight line area. I like to tight line with these. They do transfer to my waterline a little bit, but not too much, so I'm okay with that. They're not real smeary and goopy when you go to take your makeup off when you're using it for tight lining, which for me is a major reason that I keep using it. L'Oreal Lash Paradise, that's what I have on my upper lashes. This one's Mystic Black. I have no idea what that means. It's just the one I got because it was what they had. And I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the whole Mystic Black thing, but I do like the formula. And I'm hoping we'll see with this tube how quickly it takes to really kind of dry out on me. That had been my complaint about the Lash Paradise in the past, was that it seemed to dry really quickly, and that kind of peak, easy to use, lots of volume without being too chunky phase felt like it didn't last very long. So I'm curious how this one is going to last. But so that is one thing to note, is that it can get pretty expensive if you're buying it every month instead of every like 3 to 4 months. So just think about that price-wise. Another thing I've been enjoying a lot lately is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in Dark Brunette. This one has a pretty cool tone to it, which is why I really have been liking it, just because, you know, I go so warm on the eyes a lot of the times, and then I feel like it contrasts better with a much more cool toned brow product. So right now, I dyed my eyebrows yesterday, so they're like peak beautiful dyedness, and then I just filled in a little bit, especially at the front where I don't have a lot of hair, and then just kind of made them a little bit more solid throughout with the L'Oreal pencil, and I really like that combo. It's so pretty. Do I have anything else? I have been using this a lot. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided how I feel about it yet. The Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal, and this is in C1, the concealer. I may try to record a concealer swatch video today. I don't know that that's going to happen. We'll see. So there it is right there. I realized I don't have concealers because I tried to record, no, I did record a concealer swatch video and realized like I don't have any concealers that are really truly lighter than my foundation, except for like one, maybe two, and both of those don't sit under my eyes very well. So, you know, I was like, let's see if I can find anything at the drugstore that's really fair. And, you know, I picked up the NYX HD concealer in Alabaster, which is a new shade. And I swear this is darker. You know, I had Porcelain, I think, which was previously the lightest shade. I could swear that Porcelain used to be super light. I don't know, because Alabaster really isn't very light. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But I have been using this one because I think a lot of people have been comparing it to Shape Tape. How much do you get in here? 0.11 ounces. And from what I recall, Shape Tape's like 0.3 ounces. So you do get a ton of product with Shape Tape. So it ends up being about a similar price. But this one doesn't have a smell, I think. Yeah, it doesn't have a scent added to it. It just has that like long wear face product smells like paint aspect, which I'm totally fine with. I like that smell compared to like the Shape Tape scent, which I hate. I don't believe this is as light as Fair in Shape Tape, though Fair in Shape Tape is not really super light either once it dries, so whatever. Anyway, so I may be doing a concealer swatch video in the near future. We will see, but I have been using that one a lot, and it's what I have under my eyes. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like under my eyes has been really dark lately, and I also picked up the Physicians Formula mineral powder, mineral correcting powder in translucent, which is what Taylor on the Taylor also uses under her eyes to brighten, because it comes off kind of white, basically. So I've been using that on my face and under my eyes a little bit more to try to brighten things up a bit, but I don't know. I feel like it's not really helping. I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I just need more coverage. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm very pregnant and my face is all puffy and I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I've been just, you know, playing around with so many different foundations. I will mention this one because I did wear it a lot and I kind of had to pull myself away from wearing it. And it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish Breathable Long Wear Foundation. And this is only medium coverage, and it's their reformulated thing, and it has this really super funky applicator, which I did figure out how to use in a semi-intelligent way finally. I realized you have to really press and you get a lot more product out, so you don't have to be constantly dipping back and forth. And I had the shade Fair Ivory. It's not the lightest thing that I have by any means, but I feel like it's totally wearable on its own, doesn't need mixing. And I was really liking how this was wearing on my face, so it seemed to be a reasonable option for dry skin. So I'm just gonna stick that out there. I don't know if it's really a favorite per se, but I definitely was enjoying wearing it. And I was just, since I'm trying to try out all these things before the baby arrives and I got all like foundation crazy, I've been doing lots of testing. Today, if you're curious, today I'm wearing the Pixi H2O Skin Tint Tinted Face Gel. And this is in #1 cream. I applied this with my fingers and it doesn't settle into my pores, which just makes me so happy. So this is a big contender of something I'm going to wear after the baby arrives, when I don't have time to mess around with like actual foundation and sponges and all of that. And which I'm excited about. Because finding a tinted moisturizer that's even remotely close enough to my shade can be very difficult. And then once you do find one, finding one that you can put on with your hands and it doesn't settle into your pores when you have that problem, also really tricky. This is not a great match for me color-wise, but it's kind of warm toned and it's very sheer. So once I kind of sheer it out, it gives me a tiny bit of coverage, not really anything very notable, but it's usable and it makes me feel like my face is somewhat done and I like it. So I've only worn it maybe 3 times. I'm also testing out this Milani Prime Protect SPF 30 primer, which I was very excited to try because I got a sample of it before it was actually available in stores. It came with, when I ordered my Conceal and Perfect foundation, it came with a little packet sample of this. And I liked it the first time I used it, but then I couldn't buy it anywhere. So I finally found it in Walgreens maybe? Or maybe CVS. I don't remember. It was in store somewhere and I snagged it and I like it, though I think maybe perhaps it makes me break out a little. I'm not really sure. It does feel pretty moisturizing. So I've been wearing like just my Olay serum, the regenerating serum, and this seems to be moisturizing enough. My face, I will say though, I think my face is a little less dry than it has been. So I don't think it would be great for like really dry skin, but if your skin is dry to normal, I think that might be a decent option. I just like this idea of having like a real primer that also has SPF, so I can get like, in this case, moisturizer, like 3 birds with 1 stone kind of situation. So anyway, I think I'm gonna go because my voice feels like it's starting to fall apart and I'm tired from talking and I just need to wrap it up because it's been 24 minutes. That's way too long. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any recent favorites that you are just dying to talk about, and I will see you soon.